I guess we'll just,
that's
at
a
this point,
topic.
I guess at this point we'll go into Nintendo 2020, their overall schedule, I guess, for the rest of the year, because at their investors like briefing, which by the way was pretty like not a lot came out of that.
That never is.
Did you notice that?
This wasn't their normal earnings release, which stuff comes out of. This was their like 80th shareholders meeting, which, you know, he's asked a few questions and that's it. It wasn't like their big event.
Yeah, but at least sometimes we get those funny questions that are like, hey, can we get free tickets to like your theme park?
Yeah.
We didn't get any of that. Like, I think they have to translate them, right? Usually wait for that. Like they'll release like an English version of it. And I think we're still waiting on that. But the biggest thing I guess that came out of that was that Switches are going back into stock. So that's good for anyone who is still waiting to pick one up and not wanting to pay, you know, like $500 from a reseller. And then the other thing was, everything that they're planning for 2020 is still on track currently, and it can change if COVID spikes again. But they said right now everything is still on track, and after Paper Mario, there's nothing else dated for this year.
Or is there?
No.
I mean, nothing dated.
Nothing that we know of, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, that they've said publicly.
I mean, the Mario 3D collection has been talked about so much. That seems like that is something that is on track. But if it doesn't come out till November, are they going to wait till August to announce it?
They could.
Possible.
They really don't have to rush any of these announcements out.
I mean, yeah, I guess they technically don't, because they don't have a set E3 like they would. Like, all right, so if E3 had happened like normal this year, they probably would have announced that, I assume, at E3. Like that would have been an E3.
Yeah.
If the year went normally as like what we have had in the past, yeah, they would have had their typical E3 direct. They would have announced the majority of their second half releases. They would have held some for the inevitable September direct right around the time of Tokyo Game Show. They would have had another indie show around the time of PAX West. But with the year being the way it is, now they're just kind of, hey, we can wait 6 to 8 weeks before it releases. We can drop it on Twitter. We can drop it on YouTube. And that's enough.
Yeah, I'd still like to know about it now.
Yeah. I mean, that Super Mario announcement, they could do it anywhere and the internet will explode as soon as it happens. They know they're holding on to a bomb with that one.
That would be a big deal. And it's technically just older Mario games, but it's still a big enough deal to where people would lose it to have Galaxy, Sunshine, and 64 all in one cartridge on the Switch. That'd be a big deal, especially if they actually go back and do some like actual work to it. That'd be pretty big. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird rest of the year. I mean, here's my question: Do you guys think they announced something new before Paper Mario comes out?
Not before. I don't think before they won't.
So there's gonna be like a period of like a week where there's just like no game first party from Nintendo.
I say yes.
Yes, they will announce something new before Paper Mario. Because
Paper Mario is like third week of July. That's
yeah. I mean, technically it already happened. I mean, if you count, Pokemon Snap 2, they already announced a big new first party game for it.
Yeah, but I would take that, and I would right now throw that with Bayonetta 3, just because there's no release date, no release window. Like if they had put like a,
so you want something dated.
I want something dated, yeah, to be like, okay, this is obviously Nintendo's. This is Nintendo's holiday game or something to look forward to in the holiday kind of thing.
I'm gonna say No More Heroes August.
No More Heroes still supposed to come out this year. At least they showed gameplay with Suda in the way, but like that would at least be a good game. Like obviously it's not going to be like, hey, here's our big Mario game is No More Heroes 3, but that would be still.
But if they date anything now and in between that and Paper Mario, I think No More Heroes has the biggest chance of getting a date.
That game, No More Heroes, if you watch it, everything looks. I mean, they've got the moves in from Travis Strikes Again. I mean, it's looking pretty good. It seems like they just need to finish up the last whatever they're going to do, but it looks like it's running good. Looks like it's going to play good. Looks like No More Heroes, like the No More Heroes that you would like to play. Looks really weird. So yeah, I think No More Heroes is definitely going to be dated sometime soon. Otherwise, Suda wouldn't have said that. But I also think that like with, I think they're just going to wait till like almost to when it's about to release. I think they're gonna they're gonna like the Paper Mario thing, where they're just gonna like wait till about a month or so before, or like a month before, and then just say, okay, here's when the game is coming out. I think that's what. Like I guess
as long as we know about the people know about the game and they have looked forward to, they don't necessarily need the date right away. Like how they showed us Pokemon Snap. I don't think it's a big deal if we don't have a date for it when they announce it. As long as we know it. Like if they just said Mario 3D Collection holiday or something, I think most people be like, okay, cool, that works. We can look forward to that. But like, it's strange times right now with them, because I mean, I guess Sony has Spider-Man, right? Yeah, Spider-Man, and then we have Halo Infinite from Microsoft. Right now, as of now, Microsoft has the biggest holiday title this year.
But that's also intentional by both of these companies to leave their holidays up in the air because they haven't fully detailed their launch plan.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
You think Halo Infinite's bigger than Spider-Man Miles Morales?
Well, Spider-Man Miles Morales is $40.
Yeah.
Yes, Halo Infinite's much bigger than
Halo
Spider-Man.
Infinite. Oh yeah,
Morales.
dude. If it was Spider-Man 2, I'd be like, all right, that's gonna be a toss-up there. But like Miles Morales, yeah, because that's like Infamous First Light, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Lost Legacy for Uncharted.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's going to be big. Like it's going to be great, but it's not going to have the impact that the Spider-Man game did, because it's only PS5, and even when you have like it's just PS5 by itself. There's no way that it can sell anywhere near or be as big as the original Marvel Spider-Man. It just can't. They don't have the install base. Whereas Halo is going to be on freaking.
It's gonna be on PC, Xbox One.
Yeah, it's going to be on every, and it's Halo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's going to be much bigger.
Discounting Halo over here, man.
What did Halo 5 sell?
Halo 5 sold out. What was that, like 5 or 6 million? Sold out.
And it wasn't even that great of a. If this Halo game is good, it's going to sell like crazy. You know, if it's good.
I really hope it's good.
Halo 5, people said it wasn't that good, but it's still so. I think it's like it's like 8 million.
No,
Eventually they put it on Game Pass, and they go by what is it, concurrent users, and like so many people have
Hours
played.
played. Yeah.
What's Halo story? Halo 5
yes, I did not like Halo 5 story. The gameplay is better than Halo 4, but I still prefer 3. So we'll see. Infinite's apparently supposed to be pretty different, so I'm both concerned and excited to see what it's going to be. But yeah, I mean, after they tweeted out that audio of it, I was surprised how big that blew up on Twitter. That was kind of surprising. People got really excited for Halo all of a sudden there.
People just ready.
Yeah, like 100,000 some odd likes and like millions of views on it. It was interesting. And they just a little tweet of like a minute long. So yes, I think right now Halo Infinite's the biggest holiday title between the 3 first parties, Sean.
We'll see.
No, we know.
Oh, you're going to be playing Halo Infinite when that thing drops.
Will I? Because it's on Game Pass. I'm not buying the shit, though.
There you go.
Well, that's the whole point of the Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
So you get all those first party games.
Yeah,
they're
going to count you as a purchase.
That's a purchase though, because you're spending $120 a year.
But not for that game. I'm getting a whole catalog of games.
It's a purchase, but that's how they feel that it's a service.
But what about this? Did you buy anything for Forza Horizon 4 after you downloaded it on Game Pass?
No.
Yeah, you did. You said you bought a DLC.
No, I didn't.
You said you bought DLC for. I don't know. You told me you bought DLC for it.
What?
Did you buy the Lego DLC?
Horizon 4. Yeah, it was like Lego DLC.
I did not buy. No, I did not buy the Lego DLC.
I'm almost
bought the Lego
DLC.
He bought Lego dinosaurs or whatever it was.
No, I never.
I just bought Legos.
There was a game that I bought DLC for via Game Pass, but I do not believe it was Forza Horizon.
I thought you got the Lego stuff.
I did not get the Lego stuff because I drove to it and I was like, oh, I got to pay money for that? Fuck that. And I drove away.
We'll have to look, because I think it was on a podcast way back when where you mentioned it. I swear you mentioned it on a podcast somewhere that you bought DLC for a Game Pass game. Someone's going to pull that up.
I'm pretty sure I did buy DLC, but I don't think it was for Forza. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Forza.
Well, you said you rolled up to them. They said you got to pay for it. You drove away, bro.
Yeah, I drove away.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see with the holiday stuff. I think Nintendo. I mean, the crazy thing is, I don't think Bayonetta 3 is coming out this year.
No.
That's wild.
Stop it.
Come on.
It's coming.
It's not
Next year. Coming out August 2021.
I can't believe it's still not coming out this year.
October,
That's
baby.
Wild.
There were actually a few inconsistencies with the translation of the investor meeting, and apparently it might have been like all the games are on track through fiscal year, which means March through March. So yeah, I mean, Nintendo could literally just drop something the month before, and if it's big enough, yeah, people will.
Well, we also have the assumption that they'll add some sort of game console system to the online in September as well, or October. So, original Game Boy, dropping that in. That'll go over well.
When was the last time they added anything to the online?
I mean, they had Super Nintendo was last year, right?
Yeah, Super Nintendo was last year.
Yeah, and then the year before that they did Nintendo, so Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and then Game Boy or 64.
But they're not adding games
It was like
regularly.
multiple months before, since they uploaded like any new SNES games.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they realized that if they kept doing it every month, they would just run out of games in like 2 years or something they can legally touch without paying anyone else.
I think there's enough
Dude,
stuff.
you see the stuff they're adding right now?
Yeah, it's bullshit. There's better. You're telling me they can't add Donkey Kong Country game?
Yeah, isn't there like
All
2,000 Super NES games? I mean, it'll be a while before they go through that whole collection.
Man.
There's like how many Super Nintendo games released in America?
There's a lot.
I wish they did something crazy and like translated a game and brought it to America or something on the service. That would have been cool.
Like Fire Emblem, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
That's a lot of text, but yeah.
Yeah, they should do it. Well, they can't use somebody else's, but there's other people that have already translated it. Like, really good translations of it.
I almost
but they're
wonder
not
if they
gonna
could
use that.
and they probably won't. I was like, I wonder if they could just like buy it or license it from her or something. I don't know.
No, there's a really good translation for Fire Emblem if you want to play like the freaking Super Nintendo one.
So if they
good.
can announce two games, I'll say for this holiday season and add, it's gonna be Game Boy, but like a Nintendo 64 to the online service, that would that wouldn't be a bad holiday for Nintendo, especially if one of those games is the Mario 3D collection. Problem is, there's like, you think Bravely Default could come out this year?
yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, that's
This year?
It's calendar year or fiscal year?
Calendar year.
Well, Square Enix already said that it's going to be a 2020, and Square Enix already stated that they're going to have all the games that they were going to show off at E3. They're going to be talking about them separately in events. So like the first one up is the Outriders game on July 2nd. So they're going to be talking about their games individually. Bravely Default, if you played the demo, the game looks good. There's a couple things that they need to fix up, but outside of that, the game's solid. The voice acting's good. Everything's set for that game. So I think that's going to be 2020 for sure. And Nintendo's publishing that game here in the West. Japan, I think Square Enix is taking care of it, but in here in the West, Nintendo's publishing that game first party wise. So
I think it gets delayed into 2021.
Why? Based off,
At least for a Western release, I think it gets delayed.
based off.
no.
Did you play the demo?
Yes.
Looks done.
They took a lot of feedback from the fans. They have to adjust.
All the fan back from the
They
field.
have to shut up.
What,
French.
but there's not really anything that they said is just like little tweaks here and there. It's not anything that's going to make it to where it's going to be next, in my opinion.
we see early 2021.
Wait, what'd you say, Steph?
It's gonna be like the difficulty that they tweak or something insignificant like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
November.
it's like everything's
November.
done with that game.
November.
I think it's going to be October-ish or something, September, October for that game. That's what I think. I mean, maybe it gets delayed. Maybe Nate knows something and he doesn't want to say it.
I'll say January.
Otherwise, March of next year.
I think it gets delayed.
All right.
Cool.
We're entering July. We still haven't really heard a lot about it for a release date. I could see it getting pushed.
We would have if E3 didn't get bamboozled.
Hey,
And they also have
it.
another game coming out in August that they're probably going to be talking about more, and they've already started tweeting about it, which is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. That's like their next game up. So
Yeah, that'll be fun when that drops.
Yeah, did you guys hear about the demo version of that? That's pretty cool. What you can do with the demo version.
it's a light version.
You see like
the
one
light version.
person own it or something that people can join in and go through like a bunch of dungeons. That's gonna be cool when that drops.
You
You get 13 dungeons for free.
Well, 13 dungeons if somebody else has the game. If they don't, you guys can do 3 dungeons. So if nobody has the game, you can do 3.
We're gonna have to get on different platforms throughout the crossplay too. Like someone get it on the PS4, on the Switch, and everything. Somebody's got to play on the phone.
Not that person can hold the bucket. How about that? Whoever plays on the phone.